Stepped up to the house party, kinda faded. J's on mask on, yeah, I'm kinda basic. You stood out, Halle Berry cut, amazing, amazing.
Hey, yo. I don't know what I was just doing there.
It's recording?
It's recording.
Kingsmen.
What's up, y'all?
What up, man?
We bike.
A couple of shows, so don't mind us if we're well, we shouldn't be fatigued. It's in the afternoon right now.
No, we good. I feel rested.
I'm good.
Yeah, I feel rested. I'm good. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I want to talk about the Olympics.
Yo, I wanted to start off trying to find out, because every time this question is asked, no one knows the answer. All I'm hearing is
Every time what questions asked.
the question is, what is Kamala Harris' policies?
She doesn't have one.
Dun, dun, dun.
She doesn't have one. And I say that respectfully. I'm not telling you.
You know what I
go-
think?
What?
Want too much from a nigga.
That's what she's probably thinking. They want too much from me.
She's
she ain't gonna answer.
planning on winning because she's the first black woman nominated.
I don't care about none
And
of that.
everyone hates Trump because of the rhetoric that he spits.
That's it.
So
they
I'm
make
not a-
him feel. He makes them feel bad.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't want a president
I'm
that
not a
makes
fan.
us feel bad.
I'm not a fan of Trump. I don't like the rhetoric he spits. I will say that prior to COVID, things seem to be going well. He has some pretty extreme ideas. You know, his father was a grand wizard in the KKK. For those of y'all that don't know, not a big fan of Trump. But Kamala, let's talk about her for a moment. Currently the sitting vice president. The country's in disarray. People can't afford to eat, live. The price
quick,
of groceries is what? What's good?
It was interesting that you had to mention Trump's father, which Kamala and all her people have been doing because they want people to feel a certain way about Trump. That is,
well, here's what I'm
that
saying.
right there.
That's not what I'm doing.
But
Because
that's exactly what you- 'cause that's what-
here's what I'm saying.
What does his father?
I'm not a fan of Kamala Harris. I'm not a fan of hers. But because I'm not a fan of hers, I don't want people to feel like I'm bringing. Listen, they both.
That's-
Wait. They both have things about them that I do not like. Those are some of the things I don't like about Trump. Now let's talk about Kamala Harris.
But again, I'm hearing about feelings, bro.
No, that's not feelings.
You just said
No.
You
Wait,
just
wait,
said
wait.
feelings,
No, bro. Listen.
and that's what I think.
When I say feelings,
I get what you're saying. For
what
the
I
most
said
part.
is Trump's father was a grand wizard in the KKK.
Why?
That was his because of
what?
the rhetoric that he spits and the way he supports certain communities. A lot of people believe, I didn't say feel, they believe that deep down he does not like black people, even though black people support him and he says all this stuff, that he may have a problem with black
So again,
people.
we're talking about not again.
I said believe.
Now again, I know you changing your words, but for you to mention his father,
Because it brings context. It brings
it
context.
also, like I was saying, it also brings emotion and feeling. Because if I'm a black person watching you say, "Oh, I didn't know that Trump's father was," I don't like Trump even more.
Good.
It's all about feeling.
That's not what that's
As
not
opposed to you
my
saying, well,
I'm
Trump's
trying-
policy
I'm
as
trying-
opposed to Kamala. Because again, my question was about policy,
Trump's policies,
not rhetoric.
excuse me, his rhetoric and some of his policies favor individuals, namely the police and law enforcement, in ways that don't benefit black and brown people.
Biden is also.
Wait. I understand that. I'm talking about Trump. So I brought that up because of his rhetoric and his policies in regards to that community, law enforcement and things like that. A lot of people feel like he may be racist. And what I'm saying is there may be truth to that given the fact that his father was a grand wizard in the KKK. Moving on to Kamala.
All of a sudden, though, real quick, you know how many presidents been in the?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
been-
I'm sure, brother.
So all of a sudden, because, and I'm not talking about you, I'm just saying, we are so caught on feelings to the point where, oh my God, everything. Well,
I'm not led by my feelings, but I want to know the
you,
fact.
Zay. Again, you're attributing it to you.
No. Okay. You're talking about
you
people.
are.
Okay.
I said people. I didn't say my boy Zay. I said people are attributing this whole thing to feelings. And that's the freaking problem. We're not talking about facts. We're not talking about what is going to change. I don't care about Trump's rhetoric anymore because he's been doing that since the beginning. He's Mr. Rhetoric.
That's his campaign strategy.
Hey, get with it or figure something else out. All right? It is what it is. He ain't changing. So either you like him or you don't, keep it moving. Now the whole feeling part, that's what they're getting us on. All right, I don't
well, fact, Trump is using the same thing towards Kamala to some degree.
And I don't agree with it.
Or
I don't agree with it.
If he's not,
I don't agree with
his subordinates or his pundits or his surrogates are. When Kamala had the campaign rally in Atlanta and had Megan Thee Stallion up on stage shaking asparagus, my feelings told me that's not appropriate and that's not what I want. I'm not cool with that.
That didn't make me feel good.
It didn't make me feel good. So Kamala,
it didn't look good either.
It didn't look good. I don't care what Megan Thee Stallion looked like. Okay, that's not like that's what you got to do. You got to play these games to get their vote. What we want to get the young people. You could have had her come up and speak. Her up there talking about all that stuff means nothing. You could have had somebody else come up there and sing Fantasia. There's other ways to get there. Had who else? SZA come up there and say something. But like Kamala,
SZA was performing too. She was on her side.
Who?
SZA.
They all artists, all entertainment is all for Kamala right now. I feel like
word
real rap, man.
She's sending out. She writing them checks, bro.
She is.
She writing them checks because
big time.
Listen,
you were talking about Steve Harvey and some other people going crazy.
Speaking
on that?
about him, bro. Listen, I never cared for Steve. No, I respect the man because he's made millions of dollars off the backs of women. He has. Yeah. If I'm saying that right.
Mm-hmm.
Because his whole campaign is coming from like older generation of men. Oh, in fact, his campaign is happy wife, happy life. Men that think like him are the ones that are voting for Kamala.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They follow their sisters, their mothers. And again, I followed my mom when I voted for Obama. I did. I really did. So, listen, I can naturally and admittedly say that when I was voting for Obama, I voted on my emotions and my feelings. That ain't happening this time. I don't care what you say, what you think. I'm going for the person that best suits what I need going on in my life. And right now, economics, financial stability, being able to afford groceries, the gas.
That's important.
I mean, this all affects me in a way where I care enough to whoever is going to allow me to live in that space for a certain amount of time. I'm going with them.
So, do you feel like?
Do I think?
Do you believe that Kamala or Trump has an avenue to tackle those issues?
I know that one has actually done it before. One. I know the other hasn't.
Okay. I will say this. You have a sitting vice president who, by and large, the last 4 years, I've not seen her do anything maybe but a couple TV interviews. I've seen her do, yeah.
They don't like that.
She's diversity, equity, inclusion. She's there to
completely. She did not get voted in.
She didn't do nothing.
She
hasn't done anything.
Put her there.
She smiles and laughs and kiki and kakas and all that stuff.
In fact, I believe they planned this long time. When they saw that Biden, we're gonna have to I honestly believe they put her there when they knew that Biden was not gonna be able to do his full 4 terms.
Well, he's gonna finish the full term the end of this year, but he won't be able to run again. And to a point, listen, we're supposed to live in a democratic society, which is really more like a republic.
Republican.
Republic.
It is, because Democratic, it's a bunch of people, isn't it?
Well, here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
When Biden said he couldn't do it, the natural thing you would think is, okay, well, if something were to happen to Biden, the vice president steps up and stuff like that. But when the president steps down and there's election coming up, the people should have a say in who they want to rep. That's not what happened.
Mm-mm.
The powers that be just said, hey, just make the vice president. Let's just push her. No one said, you know what? The Democratic convention is coming up. Let's see who has the people had nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, even when it comes to elections, The Electoral College makes that decision, and they try and make it seem like, oh, well, Electoral College is supposed to do this, and that. It's all foolishness of the flesh, man.
I will say though, if you're really trying to make a difference, you need to start voting for the people in your city, council, and which then will lead to your state, which will then lead to the country. Whoever you're voting for to represent your city or state, that's going to help you within, I guess, it's going
to help you locally.
It's going to help you locally, which eventually you'll have more of a say-so when things are being put into place. But if you're not voting, and this is what I heard, a lot of black folks are complaining about Trump not being able to do this and not do that. But when time comes when people need to come out to their local town office or whatever to see what's going on in their city, they're not doing that. But they want the money, they want the funding, everybody else. See, why I think certain groups get the looks that they get because people come out to support it and voice it. So if we are hearing that the LGBT group is being supported in a certain way, I guess maybe those people came out and said, listen, we want representation in this area. And then they looked out for the black representation and they saw no one.
So they said, well, and
I think that's what we don't see nobody else representing.
That's what the Democratic Party, I think they did.
We don't see nobody else representing. So these are the people that really want something.
You know what? I think that's what the Democratic Party did. Because for a long time, as I was growing up, the Democratic Party was known as the party for black people, right? Even though, if you know the history of it, the Democratic Party, they were the worst.
The Republicans were the ones for black. But
what happened, I feel like what happened is, since Obama, the Democratic Party realized that our community was wisening up and that they would lose our votes to the Republicans. So they began to find a way. They said, well, who's going to come out? Who's going to speak loudly? Who's going to... In a moment of silence. Because they started pushing that, because that's who would allow them to stay in power and funnel money that from our taxes to their pockets and their organizations and to their family.
But that happens because they showed up.
They showed up. That's what I'm saying.
They showed up and they showed out.
Yep.
Right? All these laws that are being passed for the others is because those others showed up and
they put their money. They put their money where their mouth is.
Money in their
pause.
Yeah, exactly. And they made it
crazy.
That's crazy. I'm sorry, but you ain't doing no action.
That's not bad. That's
now, when we talking about certain communities, you got to make sure. That's
crazy.
So no respect. No
we do respect the pause around here.
We can't talk about that. Listen, you know what I'm saying? That's wild.
Also, we got to add this because people think we hate them. We love you guys.
Yeah, okay? For real, man.
We do love people. For real. Despite we're not trying to harm nobody. I don't want to hurt nobody. No. I don't want to see anyone in the LGBT community be hurt.
Nope.
Anyone for that matter.
Live well.
You know what I mean? Because that's not
safe,
how God wanted it to be.
And why does me saying I have a difference of opinion on certain things promote violence towards you? You ever heard that? If I say I disagree with that, I don't think that that's okay.
I will say this: there's some representatives that don't agree that have made the wrong choices, and I think the bad will always look bigger
than the good.
Bad
news,
but overall, and this is why I say, if you watch the media will tell you that LGBT and everyone is for it and all that. But if you read the comment section, if you really talk to people behind the scenes, quote unquote behind the scenes, you're going to find out what people really believe and want and desire.
I agree.
Right? And I really think that this election will show you what people really... There was, in fact, one of our episodes, I said, secretly voting for Trump or Kamala. And I think that's what people are doing, because this election is causing people to, for some reason, go against each other in a way that they normally probably wouldn't. Like, you got two people that love each other, but they might not be voting for the same people. And if they have a discussion about that, it becomes
an issue.
It becomes an issue. You know what I mean? Even us, we may agree on the same thing. Yeah. And then you might see it get a little passionate. But Zay and I...
Yeah, I know it's hard. You feel me?
It ain't no big deal. Like, at the end of the day, we either he choose who you choose, I choose. we still gonna be friends.
Yep.
We still gonna make sure we
Yep.
get, we gonna
have
do
a
what we
difference of
need to
opinion.
do.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you hate me. Yeah,
At the end of the day, that's just how God made us, to have difference of opinions.
that's how thought is challenged. There's wisdom in the multitude of counsel. I want to get
Amen.
off the LGBT community, and that's a pause moment.
That's
I want to get off them real quick.
We love y'all though, bro.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Let's talk about some other policies, right?
What other policies?
The whole idea of taxes to me is crazy. We came over here, and the Boston Tea Party, if you know your history, some of y'all young kids may not, because they don't teach y'all. They teach y'all what they want you to know. They did the same for us, but we know a little bit more. Boston Tea Party came over here. We came over here, taxes. We didn't like taxes. They tax us so much now, but roads are broke. We sending money overseas, billions, trillions of dollars, and we got people here struggling with addiction, all these other things. And I say all this to say because my taxes are going towards paying for people who are here illegally.
It's more than that, too.
And there are candidates who have an opinion on that. America.
There's one candidate does not F with it at all.
Yeah, you're going to come here, come the right way. What is a country if you can't protect its borders?
And the other candidate is for it.
Come
You
on
make a
in.
decision.
Come on in.
You decide.
Come on in. We're gonna give you health care. I'm gonna give you X amount of dollars per month to do what you need to do. I'm gonna these kids that are in school, the parents who pay taxes, I'm gonna have them do something else. Maybe go to school from home, so you can have a place to stay in the school that their taxes built and paid for.
You know what?
Make it make sense.
Say, you know what I did recently? I prayed and I asked God, is it wrong for me to think the way that I'm thinking when it comes to illegal immigration? Now, when we put the word illegal, that means it's outside of the law, unlawful, and anything unlawful is considered a sin in the Bible, depending on what it is, because I believe the Bible says whoever your authority is, whoever's the authority, submit and obey the authority. So if the law, cops, whatever, you get it. So I'm like, should I feel this way or think this way about immigrants? I've come across some immigrants that are not, quote unquote, stealing or
that's not.
You know what I mean? So we I think even some illegal immigrants that really
need to be here. Venezuela's going crazy. We understand what's going on.
Unfortunately, they are getting the bad rap. It's while that is going on. In fact, you want to take a break? Yeah, we could take a break. Did you pause it?
Nah, it's still going.
Yeah, just pause it for now. We'll come right back. We will be right back. Yes, sir.
Anyway, got a text from Dre. Told me to get dressed and be on my way. Yeah. Pulled up to the scene with it. And I'm super clean with it.